Welcome to Venture Onward, your ultimate haven for all things pop culture and comics. In today's electrifying adventure, we're poised to dive headfirst into the heart-pounding pages of Night Terrors, Action Comics. As we step into the realm of nightmares, brace yourselves because the super twins find themselves ensnared in a nightmarish dreamscape, relentlessly pursued by a malevolent doppelganger of their own adversary, the deadly cyborg Superman. The clock is ticking, and the question looms, can Connor Kent, Kong Kenan, and the indomitable Steel locate the imperiled twins in time to rescue them, or will they become the next tragic additions to the cyborg Superman's sinister tally of victims? This is a tale that'll keep you at the edge of your seat, comic book aficionados, so fasten your capes and get ready for an epic journey into the unknown. The city of Metropolis lay beneath the cloak of night, its usual aura of security shrouded in an unsettling absence. Superman and Lois Lane, the city's pillars of hope, were out in the city. In their absence, the responsibility of safeguarding the super twins, the children of the Man of Steel and Lois, had fallen to a new generation of heroes. Natasha Irons, Connor Kent, and Kong Kenan, the super twins, Osul-Ra and Otho-Ra, looked up to their temporary guardians with wide-eyed anticipation, eager for an evening of excitement and adventure. But this night held something far more mysterious than they could have ever imagined. Connor Kent, known to the world as Superboy, decided to infuse the evening with a touch of thrill by suggesting a horror movie. Natasha voiced her reservations, her concern etched across her face. She believed the film might be too intense for the young twins, but Connor saw it as a chance to embark on an exhilarating journey. As they settled in to watch the movie, Kalex, the benevolent Kryptonian robot that often assisted Superman, dutifully began cleaning up some spilled popcorn near Osul-Ra. A seemingly innocuous moment, but it ignited a chain of events. Osul-Ra let out an involuntary scream when Kalex's metallic arm brushed against him, sending shivers down his spine. Natasha voiced her annoyance of the movie being too intense for the younglings. Connor somewhat dismissive to Natasha concerns for the children to be watching the horror film. Connor attentive to Osul-Ra distress, questioned if the movie had proven too terrifying. However, Osul-Ra's response uncovered a deeper fear. It wasn't the movie that had sent tremors through him, but rather Kalex's appendage, a haunting reminder of the cyborg Superman that had plagued his nightmares. In an attempt to comfort his brother, Otho-Ra offered solace by recalling that Hank Henshaw, the cyborg Superman, had been imprisoned in the treacherous Phantom Zone, a place removed from Earth's threats. Yet Osul-Ra remained unsettled, knowing full well that Henshaw possessed the horrifying ability to manipulate machines even from the inescapable depths of the Phantom Zone. Sensing the growing unease, Natasha made a judgment call. She decided it was time to end the movie night and declare bedtime for the twins. Osul-Ra, still trembling from his encounter with Kalex's appendage, hesitantly asked if they could all spend the night together, seeking solace in their united presence. Kong, Natasha, and Connor acquiesced, recognizing the necessity of providing the young twins with a sense of security. Natasha, ever the caring guardian, meticulously arranged the super twins in their beds, ensuring they were cocooned in warmth and safety. Yet, after she had departed from their room, Osul-Ra and Otho-Ra silently slipped from their beds, opting instead to rest on the comforting solidity of the floor. The plushness of the beds remained foreign to them, a symbol of unfamiliarity in their young lives. As the night deepened, Osul-Ra found himself ensnared by his unrelenting fears. The malevolent visage of Henshaw loomed over his thoughts, a specter that refused to dissipate. He couldn't shake the chilling notion that the cyborg Superman might return to haunt them once more. Osul-Ra, driven by his unease, quietly left his makeshift bed on the floor, resolving to investigate the empty bedroom of Lois and Clark. The room, eerily quiet and unoccupied, only compounded his anxiety. Returning to the twins' room, Osul-Ra noticed an eerie disturbance in the living room. Connor, who should have been fast asleep like the rest of them, stood motionless in the corner, bathed in an unsettling bluish glow. What happened next sent tremors of horror through Osul-Ra's very being. Before his eyes, Connor underwent a grotesque transformation. His flesh was replaced by cold, metallic plating, and his eyes blazed with a sinister red light. Henshaw, the cyborg Superman, had seized control of Connor's body, and he began to advance menacingly towards Osul-Ra. The boy stood frozen in fear, his voice caught in his throat. Suddenly, as Henshaw, masquerading as Connor, inched closer to the terrified Osul-Ra, Otho-Ra burst into the room, her swift action illuminating the darkness. The flick of a light switch brought an abrupt end to the nightmarish transformation. Connor's monstrous visage dissolved into thin air, leaving the room eerily vacant, save for the echoes of fear that still clung to the air. The commotion in the apartment drew Natasha and Kong Kenan from their slumber. Osul-Ra, still trembling from the horrific sight he had witnessed, recounted his harrowing ordeal. Natasha, driven by her concern for the well-being of the young twins, attempted to provide comfort by suggesting that it was merely a bad dream, fueled by their active imaginations, amplified by the unsettling horror movie they had watched earlier. Yet, Natasha's consoling words were fleeting. She soon discovered that not only was Connor missing, but Krypto, Superman's faithful canine companion, had also vanished into the shadows. A sense of foreboding crept over them all. Something was gravely amiss. The young heroes, their hearts racing, engaged their super senses in an attempt to locate their missing comrades. But to their shock and horror, they unearthed something far more sinister, an eerie silence that enveloped the entire city. There was no symphony of life, no distant hum of traffic, just a palpable, suffocating stillness. Their gaze turned toward the window, and what they witnessed there plunged them into despair. The city lay in ruins, its once proud skyscrapers reduced to rubble. In the ominous sky above, the war world floated menacingly, casting an eerie shadow over the beleaguered metropolis. Black banners, bearing the emblem of the House of El, dripped with ominous red, hung like macabre ornaments from the shattered remnants of once thriving buildings. It was Kong Kenan, the Superman of China, who first grasped the grim reality that had imprisoned them. This was not the world they knew, it was a nightmarish dreamscape where fears materialized and horrors awaited at every corner. In this distorted realm, the cyborg Superman, their most formidable adversary, had become their malevolent puppeteer. As if summoned by their collective realization, the cyborgized Connor emerged from the television screen, his presence filling the room with an oppressive dread. He launched a ruthless assault, manipulating the very technology that surrounded them. Natasha's advanced armor, designed to protect her, now turned against her, binding her in place. The cyborg Superman, his voice devoid of humanity, gloated as he began absorbing Natasha and Kong Kenan into his grotesque form. He revealed his sinister intent, to consume them all, one by one, until nothing remained but himself. The revelation cut deeper than any blade. They watched in agonized horror as Krypto, Superman's loyal companion, was revealed to be a helpless pawn in the cyborg's nightmarish game. Within this nightmarish dreamscape, our heroes faced not only a battle for their very lives but also the daunting shadows of their deepest fears and insecurities. Trapped in this realm of unending terror, they were forced to muster the strength to conquer their doubts and unite in the face of the monstrous apparition that was the cyborg Superman. The destiny of Metropolis, and possibly the entire world, teetered on a precipice as they delved deeper into this abyss of unforgiving darkness. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for accompanying me on this exhilarating odyssey. Your unwavering support and engagement mean the universe to me. Until we set forth on our next thrilling escapade, let us continue our boundless journey onward together, as we explore the vast realms of imagination and wholeheartedly embrace the enchanting universe of pop culture.